had you back. I wouldn't have did all that. I would've played.
Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. And I know it's been a little while since I've posted, but a lot has been going on. For today's video, I'm just gonna show you guys how I achieved this no foundation makeup look. Now, these makeup products all together have just been like perfect. Like, I'm so obsessed. It just gives me such a nice, like, flawless, healthy looking base without being too heavy, which is right up my alley because I'm not a full coverage girl. Like, light to medium coverage me please. So stay tuned for the video if you guys want to see how I achieved this look. Okay guys, I finished up the brows. My camera had to shut off because it was already overheating. So before you get a Sony camera, just think about it. I'm gonna use my primer now. I'm gonna go in with the Milk Hydro Primer. And like I said, I already moisturized, so please make sure you guys are moisturizing because I've been seeing some people just doing their makeup and they don't moisturize, and I'm like, how? Like, I don't get how people do it. Like, please moisturize. You want to create a good base because that's what really gives you that flawless look. So I just went in with a little bit of primer. I don't like to use too much of this because then I feel like my face gets a little greasy, and I'm using hydrating products, so I don't want to overdo it. So I'm just gonna let that sit for a second. I'm gonna be using one of my favorite tinted moisturizers, and I feel like this is so slept on because I don't really see people talking about this, but y'all, this right here, this Pretty Fresh tinted moisturizer by ColourPop, I use it in the shade Dark 22N, and guys, this right here, you do not need foundation. Like, if you have this is perfect for an everyday because it's like very, very light, but it's hydrating. Like, it does not dry out your skin, and it's not like a full coverage. So if you do like full coverage, I wouldn't even say this is medium coverage. This is definitely a light coverage, but obviously it's just a tinted moisturizer. But y'all, get into this. This is like my third bottle. So I'm gonna go in with this because on an everyday, I really hate like a thick, I don't want to feel like there's stuff on my face because I find that with a lot of foundations, it just be feeling too heavy for me. And I'm just like, I don't like the feeling. So for an everyday, this is typically what I do. I don't apply too much either because, you know, then you have your concealer and the powders and stuff. So I really like to go really light with this. It just gives me a nice base. So I'm just gonna blend that in. It actually surprised me with how long it lasted on me because typically with me, tinted foundations tinted moisturizers will kind of like, you know, break apart throughout the day or get super greasy, but I find that this holds up very well. So here it is all blended out. As you can see, light coverage, it gives you that like nice glow, but it's not like a shiny type of glow. So this is very beautiful. I think this is like the perfect base for me because then when I add my concealer and my powder, it's not too heavy and it just looks really subtle. It's perfect for day to day. So now I'm gonna go in with, this is gonna be a little bit weird, but I'm gonna put on my lashes now. And I like to do this because, I don't know, I feel like once I have my lashes on, it's like it creates the perfect base. I'm just using this Super Hold glue. And if you watch my previous makeup video, you'll know that I like to put the glue directly onto my eyelid and then just stick the falsies on. That's been so much easier for me because before that, like, I literally could not put on lashes to save my life. But this trick right here, guys, if you struggle with putting on lashes, just try this and I promise, like, it's so easy. It's less messy, quicker, because like I don't really have to wait for it to get tacky like I do the other way, because when I do it the other way, like, you have to wait for it to get tacky, otherwise it's not gonna stick well. But when I do this method, like, I can pretty much stick it on right away and it'll be fine. See y'all, that was real simple, real quick. Now that my lashes are on, I'm gonna go in with my concealer. I'm using the Born This Way concealer. This is in the shade Chestnut. So with my concealer placement, I'm super basic with it. I just put a little bit right here. And then I find that this is super important though. When you're doing the outer part, make sure it's sharp between like this part and your eyelid. Like create a sharp line because it just makes your makeup look like you're a pro. Just be very careful with it and just create a really straight line. It's not that straight, but you can always clean it up. But yeah, I find that it really makes your makeup look elevated. So that's what I like to do. And then I just place some under here, and then that's pretty much everywhere that I place it. When I do like to do a little bit more exaggerated makeup, I'll do a reverse contour. So I'll place it like under here. But this is more of like a casual everyday type of look, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna let it sit for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out. I usually start with my chin area, just so that my eye area has a little bit more time to dry. By the way, I'm using the, I wanted to tell y'all the brush, but it is completely like wiped out. But this is from Morphe, if anybody cares. So yeah, I'm just blending this out, and then I'm gonna blend out the eye area. And like I said, when I get to the edge, I like to make sure that it's super sharp because like I said, it just elevates your makeup look. And I've been using just brushes to do blending. I always used to do a beauty blender to kind of blend out my under eyes, but there's been days where I'm already sitting down and I'm like, I don't want to get back up to wet the beauty blender. And I've really been loving blending out with a brush, even though I find that it's a little bit more work and you kind of have to do more, but it really does give a little bit more coverage. And if you blend enough, there won't be any streaks, because I know some people say like if you use brushes, like brushes leave streaks and stuff. I don't think so. If you blend it out good enough, I don't think, well, at least for me, it doesn't give me any streaks. And I just like to take the excess and bring it up here. And the reason why I don't directly put highlighter there is because, well, not highlighter, like my highlighting concealer, whatever. I don't put concealer there directly because I feel like so much light reflects off of my forehead already. So when I put concealer there, it just looks way too bright and I hate it. So I just always use whatever is left on my brush from after I do my nose and then just bring it up there. So now I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eye with my Charlotte Tilbury powder. This one is in the shade number 3. This powder is so good. It gives you such a flawless under eye. I'm obsessed. Before I apply all my powder products, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face very lightly with my face powder. And I like to do this because the other powders just adhere better when you have on a powder base already. And obviously I'm avoiding the areas that I just highlighted. So we're just gonna go around. By the way, I'm using the Morphe filter effect, and for some reason I haven't checked in stores, but I can't find this online for the life of me. So I'm not sure what's going on. If they discontinued this, like, I'm gonna be sick because I love this powder so much. It's nice, but it's still like pretty light. So you guys let me know if you've seen this in stores, but if you check online, like, I'm pretty sure you won't be able to find it. So yeah, I need to figure out what's going on with that. Now we're gonna go ahead and contour. I'm gonna use the Revolution bronzer in the shade Deep, and don't mind, this looks crazy. But yeah, I've been liking contouring, actually following my like actual contour lines, because I just found that it's been more flattering. I always like to pat things in because for some reason I feel like my face just like eats makeup, and if you know what I mean, like I can put on a lot of product and like in a couple minutes it'll look like I didn't even put it on. So I like to pack things in to really make sure that they show. Now we're gonna go in with our bronzer. I'm gonna use the Morphe bronzer in the shade Prodigy, and this one too, I cannot find it anywhere, so I'm really gonna need to find out what's going on with Morphe, because all of my favorite stuff are just like disappearing off of the website and it's stressing me out real bad. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and bronze. So I kind of use it to kind of blend out that line between the contour and the highlight. So now I'm gonna go ahead and use some blush, but I'm gonna go really light with the blush. It's the MAC blush. I think this is in the shade Raisin. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is in the shade Raisin. It's wiped off. You can't even see, but yeah, it's been wiped off, y'all. I had this for a pretty good while, so that's why you can't see. So I'm just gonna use this Morphe 450 brush, and I'm gonna go really light with this. This is not a super strong blush anyway, and I'm not trying to go for a heavy blush look. I like to add a little bit of color in my eyelids, so I like to keep it very neutral. What I'll do, honestly, sometimes I'll just use my face powder, or I'll go in with my blush color. So for today, I think I'm just gonna use my face powder color, and I'm just gonna add that onto my eyelids. So that is all I'm gonna do for the eyes, y'all. Like, I do not ever like put on eyeshadow like that, and if I do, I'm using 2 colors at most. But for the most part, this is pretty much what I do. I'll either use my blush color or my bronzer color, or just my face powder, and just put that all over my lid. I'm gonna go ahead and contour my nose. I use the same contour powder as I use to do my cheeks. Then I'm going in with this Morphe E47 brush. And when I contour, I like to start a little bit from like my inner eye area, and I don't bring it all the way down here. I kind of stop where like this area of my nose, if you guys know what I mean. So I don't like to bring it all the way down. I feel like it just looks more chiseled that way. So I start from here, and then I bring it down up to right about here. And then from there, I just go down. And then I create a little V right here. And then I repeat the same thing on the other side. Now I'm gonna go ahead and reset my face. So I'm gonna go over everything once again, except my highlighted areas. So I'm just using that same Morphe powder. And once again, I'm still going in pretty lightly. I don't like to do too much with powder because I feel like that's when you can easily look cakey. So less is more. I'm gonna go in and line my lips. I'm gonna use this lip liner that I get from my mom because this just gives me such a true brown color. So I find that if you are darker, I think you should go with eyebrow pencils, like dark brown eyebrow pencils to line your lips rather than lip liners, because I find that lip liners are like a little bit red. I know like matte chestnut lip liner used to be like a huge thing, but I find that it's like, it has a red undertone, and sometimes you just want that true brown color. So for that, I recommend using an eyebrow pencil. It works much better. I kind of just do this to blend it out a little bit, but I'm gonna go in with so I'm gonna use the Juvias Place Legit Nude lipstick. And guys, I find that this is like such a beautiful nude. The only issue with this was part of a collection. So when I bought it in a whole set just for this color in particular. So I'm not sure if you can find this by itself. Like, I'm not sure if they sell this separately by itself, but they definitely should, because this is such a beautiful, beautiful nude. It blends in super nicely with that brown lip liner. I like my lips super glossy, so I'm gonna add a little bit of lip gloss. Since I have color on my lips, I'm not gonna apply this directly on my lips. I'm just gonna apply some on the back of my hand. And just... if you're my complexion and you can get your hands on this, do it. This is the final look, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys like this no foundation look. This has definitely been like my favorite thing ever. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know in the comment section what content you guys want to see more of, and I will see you guys in my next video.